What's up everybody and welcome to another FIFA Friday here on TGI. I'm Matt and today we're going to be carrying on with our Aston and Villa Career Manager Mode series in FIFA 16. We're coming towards the end of the season now, only a couple of videos probably left to go, which we'll dive into in just a minute. But if you are new to the channel, this is something we are doing every Friday where we try to take Aston Villa to their first Premier League title. We also do Let's Plays of the latest video games every single Tuesday, along with video games, news and conversations also on our channel, but you can find out everything we do on our website, thegamerinitiative.com. So, back into this, and as you already see, maybe in the bottom corner here, we only have 7 games to go. We are sitting pretty at the top of the Premier League table. Spurs 15 points behind, with only 18 points available to them. So, we could win the Premier League in this video. We've only got to win 2 more games, and that's it. They can't catch us. So we've got a total of 9 games left to do, so we'll probably split them over 2 videos. We're not going to get that all in one video. So diving straight in here, we'll start off with some training for some of our players here. Build them up. Keep their progression going. Iheanacho closing in on that 76 overall, which is really good. And there's not really a huge amount left to do other than focus on these final games here. It's almost a case of just going through the motions, making sure that we don't cock up these final games. I mean, we've only lost 1 game all season, so I'd be very surprised if we lost 6 of our last 7. But it's still a possibility. We need to make sure we continue going. So we'll get here. We've got our team. There's a little bit of a knock there to Tete, but he'll be alright. He can start. It's not a problem. So here we go against Stoke. With a win here, we're almost certainly champions, because that would then mean they would need to overcome a 15, 16, 17 goal difference in 6 games. So that would require us losing by a couple of goals every game, and them losing by a couple of goals, or them winning by a couple of goals every game. So this here pretty much brings the trophy to the Midlands, but 2 more will do it, which will be nice, because then we can officially claim the title, hopefully at home with a win here. So let's get this going and get ourselves a win. And maybe, just maybe, the first sign of nerves in this Premier League chase. We had many chances to score early on. You can see Pryor beating Butler and hitting the inside of the post and running across the line, but Stoke also had their fair share of chances. They're lashing at the shot, but Rico making the save that needed to be made. And from the resulting corner, again, poorly defended, and then tipped over by Rico, making a couple of important stops for us in the goal. And then the clear header was glanced wide by Walters. Really should have done better. But it wasn't all Stoke, that's by any means. We had a header here from Neves, which beat the keeper and hits the bar. Second time hitting the woodwork in the game. But they're not to be outdone. Stoke also hit the outside of the woodwork. It was a really entertaining 0-0 game. Ayew frustration sitting in there, getting himself told off by the ref. And Pryor, could he score? No, well saved by Butler. And earlier on in the season, those might fall to a follow-up, but in this instance, didn't quite go that way. Riederold had a really good chance, but unfortunately the ball falling to the wrong man at the wrong time. Here's a centre-half, and then Iheanacho, could he finish? No, he went for placement, he should have gone for power. And Butler getting down to make the save. So that was it, 0-0, plenty of chances in the game. Pretty entertaining game, but no goal could be scored. And so, that's okay. We only needed 4 points to secure our place in history. You can see there we are 16 points clear with 18 available. So win this game, it will be 16 with 15. So we can still win the league in this game coming up. That's the positives. So here we go. At home against Bournemouth. A game we should really be wanting to win if we want to win this league. Fitness an issue with some of our players here because it was a midweek game, but we'll see how it goes. Do we start? It's for the league, so I can't really rest anyone. They may just have to come off later on, but with this one here, really, really fancy our chances. Come on, against Bournemouth. Where are they sitting in the table? They must be near relegation. So yeah, to be fair, they're fighting for their lives. They are 1 point above the relegation zone. Really tight down there, actually. Look at that. 25, 28, 28, 29, 31, 33, 33. So anyone in that bottom 7 could potentially still go down. So they do have a lot to play for, but hopefully we can get ourselves the win that will bring home the Premier League trophy for the first time in Villa's history. Come on, boys. And it's now official. Aston Villa are the Premier League champions. We built it on what we've done so many times this season. An early goal. This time there you see by Neves. Slipped in by Vertut and puts it past Vertut. And after that we just defended strong. They didn't really have any sights at our goal. We pushed. Tried to get ourselves that extra goal. Good save there by Borek on Payet. Sane-Payet combination. Sane again with a half effort from the edge of the area, but couldn't quite wrap his foot around it. And then another great through ball by Sane, playing really well today. And once again, well saved by Artur Borek. And then the final minute, there was that penalty shout actually first off by Neves, which was a nailed on penalty. Not that it mattered because Sane cut in from the right hand side, forced a save out of Borek, but only as far as Payet, who could nod it in right at the death. 2-0, securing our victory and the Premier League trophy. Now, problem with FIFA is they don't present the trophy as soon as you win it. They present it at the end of the season, which is really annoying because in real life, this is when we'd be presented the trophy, I believe. That's how they've always used to do it. I don't know, I'm an Arsenal fan, so I haven't actually seen a team win a Premier League trophy in forever now, so... But I'm pretty sure they always used to present it as soon as they won. Or maybe they do it the last home game of the season. Possibly, I don't know. But it is official. I will show you that in just a second. They can no longer catch us at the top of the table. No matter what they do now. 5 games left, 16 points clear. Nothing that can be done. Let's go into the tables. We've got FA Cup coming up here, so that's all we really need to focus on right now. We won the Capital One Cup. So here we go, yeah. As you can see, well, they haven't played a game yet, so they are 19 points behind, but they only have 6 available, or 6 games left, so 18 points available. They can't catch us. They can't catch us, so we are nailed on champions of England. So that's, oh, we got an injured player. Who's injured? Oh, of course, I didn't tell you actually. In the last video, Wiedewald got injured. Yeah, it looked like a bad one. Broken ankle. That's a shame. That's the end of his season. That is the end of his season. What a shame. He's played well when he's come in, Wiedewald, but we do have a capable replacement in Akore that can slot in there. Just a shame for him. He got it was a corner, came in, clashed with the keeper, and he landed awkwardly. And also to change the cup team. Okay, so because he's our centre back, so we'll put Richards on the bench for that. Oh no, that didn't work. Why didn't that? Oh, it's because I've done it for Jesse by mistake. There we go. Oh, what's going on? There we go. So that's sorted. That's his season over. Unfortunately, won't be able to be on the field when we lift for trophies, but I'm sure he'll still be there in his suited and booted once his surgery has gone well. So now we move all our attention to the FA Cup semi-final. We're going to play our cup team, as we have done so often, in the semi-final. I trust them to get the job done. If not, we can always bring on some of our quote-unquote first-team players. So this is all we've got left now in order to round out the treble that is very much on. We've got the Capital One Cup, we've got the Premier League, and as you can see down there, looks like Sheffield Wednesday. Oh no, they've got Leicester. So Sheffield Wednesday have got Leicester in the other semi-final. So if we can beat Everton, that's going to be the harder game of the two. So let's get into this now and hopefully get ourselves, well, I say to Wembley, back to Wembley for the final. And it may have taken us extra time, but we are going to the FA Cup final. It was a really hard-fought game against Everton. Chances coming in, not as many as I would have liked, but our finishing today was terrible. You know, 3 headers sticking over the bar, one-on-ones, putting wide or straight at the keeper. It was actually pretty poor in places. Did the weather play its part? Maybe. I mean, we're through here. Should he do better? Sarabia? Yes, he probably should. He hits the post and it goes wide. We won ourselves a free kick in a good position here, but couldn't quite... why do you take so long showing cards? No one cares about seeing cards in slow motion. No one cares. But then, right near the death, it looked like Everton were going to snatch it, but Dragowski, not only did he save, he held on as well. And into extra time, here comes Jesse. Can he find the composure that we so lacked? Yes, he can. When he's through one-on-one, even on his weaker side, slots it past. Far more than I could say about Iheanacho, who was wasteful. But he did provide the assist here, slid it across to Jesse, and again, one touch on his weaker foot, and then slots it past Tim Howard, 2-0, and that was all she wrote. Even at the death, when they had a chance to get one back, Dragowski was big again and strong, really good left hand there to deny Everton and keep his clean sheet intact. So we are off to the final. Really, really good effort. Not our best performance, but again, pulling through when it matters. We don't know who our opponent is just yet. You'd imagine it's probably going to be Leicester, but who knows? Who knows? So there we are. Not really a huge amount left to play for now, other than that FA Cup final. Who else could we put in here? Let's put someone in here. Let's put Pryor in. Beat your man. Dribbling, ball control. Keep possession. No, we'll do this. And who else we got in there? Put Iheanacho in there. He needs to work on his finishing. Finishing. Close range finishing. Sharp shooting. No. Chip shots. Curl free kicks. Beat your man. Speed dribbling. Let's go to shooting. That'll be better. Sharp shooting, shot power, chip shot, chance. There we are. Shot power, finishing, attack position, chance creation. Yeah, we'll go that one. Okay, that's all good. Keep the players progressing throughout the season, because obviously, as much as they progress this year, that will help us in future. They are Mvami up to a 76 overall. Pryor just doesn't seem to want to get to that 78 at the moment. Sarabia already overtaken him in overall, but Pryor's still our man, that's for sure. Right, what have we got here? So it's some prize money for making the final of the FA Cup. Very nice, very nice. Alright, big game here against United. Let's see if we can get a win here. Not just because, you know, I mean, we've already won the league, but anything we can do that will be a detriment to United's season is good in my eyes. So let's go out here and see if we can get ourselves another win. We want to finish the season as good as possible. What have we got? 15 points available. We can't quite reach that 100 point mark, but we could definitely set a record for the Premier League, that's for sure. So that can be our new target for the rest of the season. Let's do this. And we managed to get ourselves another win, which just epitomises our season. 1-0, strong at the back, and therefore just a 1 goal required. And it wasn't a great game. Again, really kind of struggling to get going in this video for whatever reason. Little bit of skill there from Varmy. Ayew with a decent free kick, good bend on it, but just couldn't quite keep it down. Definitely was bending. I think keeper was always had it covered though. And yeah, United they pressed us hard, they pressed us high, not giving us much time. But this is the goal. It was very lucky. We not seeing all of it there. I'll show you in just a second. But basically there was a shot coming from Sane, which was saved by De Gea. Jesse with a follow-up, which was again really well saved by De Gea, tipping it onto the bar. But then the rebound fell nicely to Neves to just head into an empty net. So definite element of luck there with our goal. Had chances to maybe extend it, but you can see United there defending well. Jesse thought he was through. Well recovered by Darmian. And then right in the last minute, we took him down. We took down Martial, and they have a dangerous free kick in a dangerous position. But luckily, from the resulting free kick, you're not even going to need to see it because the keeper calmly came out and collected it. So we'll show you this goal once again, right on the stroke of half time. You can see, well saved by De Gea, falls to Jesse. That's a tip by De Gea onto the bar, and then Neves there to head in the empty net. So, very lucky, but that's kind of what our season's been. It's been lucky all year. We've had a lot of luck, but we've rode it well, and it's another 3 points. And more importantly, hopefully it affects United in their pursuit of third position, which is the automatic Champions League. Looks like Chelsea couldn't capitalise. Chelsea also lost. But there we go. That is another game in the bank. So the final game here we've got coming up, is of this video at least, will be against Southampton. Another home game. Where are Southampton in the league, just out of interest? They're sitting nicely in mid-table somewhere. Oh no, they're actually struggling. They could be going down. They're only 2 points clear. This is a game in hand that they have, but only 2 points clear, so they're definitely fighting for their lives there. They want to make sure that they can get away from that. Stoke in the bottom 3. Bournemouth as well. Still got a chance of getting out. Only 4 points behind. But yeah, so it's a big game for Southampton. Not so much for us. Maybe that will show in their performance. We will find out in just a second. What we got here. Emails, anything interesting? It's all international stuff. We're not going to worry about that. So this is the final game for this video. Let's get into it and hopefully get ourselves another win in the Premier League and push ourselves on to 90 points. So let's do this. And once again, Aston Villa get themselves another win in this historic Premier League campaign against Southampton, putting them further into trouble where they sit precariously just above the relegation zone. Actually taking the lead there with a good attack down the right hand side. Couldn't quite stop the cross. And again, disappointing. That seems to be where we concede our goals. We don't concede many, but when we do, it's from crosses. But we fired back quickly with a strike through Iheanacho there, being set up nicely for a tap in. And then just a couple of minutes later, laid out to Sarabia, who bent one into the far corner from the edge of the area. Really good finish from him. Been a revelation since we signed him in January. Really helped add to this team with a couple of important goals, including that one there. And there was a good chance for Villa here, but Dragowski was out big, out fast, out strong to deny Tadic, who had taken the ball down splendidly with a great first touch. And after that, a little bit of showboating there. Sinclair bringing the ball down the left-hand side, creating a chance. But then the star of the cross is once again Bakuna with a glorious ball planted on the head for Iheanacho. He couldn't miss his second of the game. 3-1 Villa. And that was all she wrote. From that point, there was no coming back. We weren't going to concede 3 goals. We haven't done it all season. And that was it. Bakuna, like I said, awesome with the crosses this season. By far and away our best crosser. And there we go. Another win. And more importantly, more importantly for Southampton, another loss, which has really put them in quite a little bit of trouble. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to simulate just up to the next set of games. We're going to leave... Oh, no, stop. Bollocks. Needed to do the training, but never mind. So, where are we now? We've got 4 games left in our campaign, which will be next week Our final 3 games of the season, like I said, nothing but pride on the line and record hunting. Record hunting, I think we're already there. I think the record was 89. I'll have to check that. I'll let you know in the next video. But I think we've already beat the record. But let's see if we can end the season with 3 more wins. Get up to 30 wins. That would be awesome if we could. Obviously not undefeated. That one defeat to West Brom really cost us. But you can see our goals against, the real difference. And Southampton sitting precariously above that relegation zone. Whether or not they'll pull through. We'll keep an eye on that. We'll see which teams are going down, which are coming up, who are in the European places. As you can see, both City and Arsenal sitting outside at the moment. Arsenal are gone. They're not catching. But City might sneak in to at least a European spot. Although they will end up in Europe because we're winning all the cups. So that's it for this week. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Like I said, next week we'll just round out the season. Hopefully win the FA Cup. And we'll do an end of season wrap up and we'll see where we're going to go from there on out. So what we can start thinking about, maybe a little bit early, but what changes we're going to be making in the off season. In my mind, I'm already thinking I want to bring in another striker. We don't really have that. We've relied heavily on our defence this year, but we don't really have that 20 goal a season player. You can see there, look, like Kane is the only one in the Premier League. I think Sane is next with 12, and also Giroud and Aubameyang. But that's something we might look to address. And then after that, maybe some strength and depth at like centre-back, right midfield. But we'll worry about that next time out. But for now, thank you very much for watching, everyone. And I will see you all next time.